Did you know you can break your cat's heart without ever raising your voice? Not with cruelty, not with obvious neglect, but with tiny, normal human habits that feel like rejection, danger, or betrayal to a creature that loves routine, safety, and subtle communication. So if you've ever wondered, why is my cat suddenly distant? Or why does my cat flinch when I reach down? Or even, why does my cat stare at me like I've offended their entire bloodline? Stay with me, because the most emotionally painful things for a cat are often the ones people do with love, just in the wrong language. Ignoring the hello that matters to them. You know that moment when you walk into a room and your cat looks up at you? Maybe their tail lifts like a question mark. Maybe they blink slowly. Maybe they do that soft little sound like they're trying to be casual about missing you. That is your cat saying, "You're part of my world. Are we good?" When you step over them like they're furniture, emotionally it can land like rejection. Cats are socially subtle. They don't usually demand attention the way dogs do. They offer it in small, brave ways. Eye contact, slow blinks, tail signals, gentle head bumps. And when those tiny bids for connection are met with nothing, your cat learns a quiet lesson. Trying doesn't work. Here's a hook you might not like. A cat that doesn't care about you is often a cat that learned you don't respond. 2. Petting past the point of consent. This one hurts because it comes from affection. Your cat is purring, they're nearby, you start petting, you keep going some more, then suddenly tail flick, skin ripple, ears tilt, a quick nip, or they bolt like you just insulted them. Many people take this personally, but emotionally, from your cat's perspective, it's simpler. You missed the boundary. Cats are not being dramatic when they've had enough. Their nervous system gets overstimulated, what felt good becomes too much, and if their signals don't work, they escalate. The emotional sting isn't only the discomfort, it's the feeling that their communication didn't matter. If your cat has ever nipped you for no reason, keep listening. The reason is almost always written in their body language seconds before the bite. Forced cuddles and it's cute restraint. Some cats love being held. Many tolerate it. Some hate it with the fire of 1,000 tiny suns. When you scoop a cat up mid-walk, pin them for kisses, or wrap them like a burrito for a photo, you might be thinking, "I'm loving you." Your cat might be thinking, "I can't leave." In the cat mind, being unable to escape is a threat, even if nothing bad happens. Control over distance is emotional safety for cats. It's why they often sit near you instead of on you. It's why they follow you to the bathroom but don't want to be hugged like a teddy bear. And here's the part most people miss. Even if your cat doesn't fight, they can still feel distressed. They might go still, wide-eyed, quiet. That's not peace, that's shutdown. If your cat puts up with it, that doesn't mean it doesn't emotionally hurt them. 4. Punishment that makes you unpredictable. Yelling, spraying water, stomping toward them, clapping loudly, shoving them off the counter. No, over and over. Cats don't interpret punishment the way humans hope. They don't think, "Oh, I should stop doing that behavior." They think, "This person is scary sometimes." And emotional safety for a cat depends on predictability. When your cat can't predict you, they start scanning you, watching your hands, tracking your tone, flinching at movement. That's not respect, that's anxiety. Worse, punishment often teaches the wrong lesson. Don't do it when the human is present. So the behavior continues, but trust erodes. If you want a gut check hook, your cat may not remember the counter, but they will remember you were the danger. 5. Sudden changes with no warning, no refuge. Cats aren't stubborn, they're stability-driven. Their environment is their map of safety. So when furniture moves, scents change, loud guests arrive, construction starts, a new pet appears, or the home suddenly feels different, your cat can feel emotionally unanchored, like the world they memorized no longer exists. It's not the change itself, it's the lack of control. Even good changes can hurt. A new couch that smells like chemicals, a new perfume, a new air freshener, a deep cleaned carpet that erased all familiar scent signals. To you, it's fresh. To your cat, it can feel like someone wiped their identity off the walls. And here's a mini hook. If your cat starts hiding after you cleaned, it might not be fear of the vacuum. It might be grief for a world that no longer smells like home. 6. Breaking routine, then acting surprised. Cats learn time. They learn patterns. Breakfast at a certain hour, quiet time in the afternoon, your return home, the usual bedtime. When routine breaks constantly, late meals, inconsistent play, random sleep schedules, long absences without a predictable rhythm, many cats don't just get annoyed, they get insecure. Because routine is how cats predict safety. Some cats show this insecurity as clinginess. Some show it as aggression. Some show it as being bad, knocking things over, yowling at night, scratching more. But the emotional root is often the same. I don't know what to expect anymore. If you've been thinking your cat is being extra, consider this. Your cat might be trying to pull your world back into order. 7. The silent heartbreak of not playing. Food and shelter keep a cat alive, but play makes them feel like themselves. A cat is a hunter by design. When they don't get hunting outlets, stalking, chasing, pouncing, their world shrinks. Their confidence can shrink with it. And boredom in cats isn't just meh. It can become sadness, irritability, over-grooming, nighttime chaos, or sudden obsession with attacking your ankles. To a cat, interactive play isn't entertainment, it's bonding, it's emotional nourishment. And here's the hook. Your cat isn't lazy, they're understimulated and emotionally underfed. 8. Choosing your phone over their tiny bids for connection. This is uncomfortable because it's modern life. Your cat approaches, they rub your leg, they sit near your hands, they slow blink, and you keep scrolling. You might think, I'm here, I'm in the same room, but cats don't count presence the way we do. They notice attention, they notice responsiveness. When you consistently ignore the small invitations, some cats stop offering. They become more independent, not because they're cool, but because they gave up. What emotionally hurts isn't the phone, it's the pattern. When I reach for you, you aren't really there. If your cat seems to connect with you most when you're finally off the screen, late at night, in bed, when the world is quiet, that's not random. That might be the only time they feel you fully arrive. 9. Scaring them as a joke. Sneaking up, jumping out, loud laughter right after they flinch, chasing them playfully, letting kids surprise grab them, vacuuming right next to where they're trapped. Fear leaves a mark in cats, especially fear that comes from their own family. Cats don't do pranks, they do safety. When you turn yourself into a jump scare machine, even occasionally, you teach your cat to be vigilant around you, and vigilance looks like emotional distance. Here's a hook that sticks. Your cat may forgive you quickly, but their nervous system will remember longer than you think. 10. Taking away their scent over and over. Cats are scent-based. They leave their signature by rubbing cheeks on corners, scratching posts, napping in favorite places, rolling on blankets. When you constantly wash everything, replace items, remove scratched furniture without alternatives, or block their favorite spots, you're not just tidying, you may be erasing their comfort. This isn't about being dirty, it's about leaving some stable, familiar scent anchors in the home. because emotionally, scent equals belonging. And if your home doesn't carry your cat's scent anywhere, it can feel less like our territory and more like I'm just living in a place that doesn't include me. 11. The litter box mistakes that feel like disrespect. Cats are private and clean by nature. If the litter box is too dirty, too exposed, too loud, or placed where they feel trapped, it can create stress that looks like attitude. Imagine needing to use a bathroom where the door doesn't lock, the floor is filthy, and something might lunge at you while you're vulnerable. That's what an unsafe litter setup can feel like. Emotionally, it's not only discomfort, it's the message your needs don't matter. And if your cat starts going outside the box, it's often not spite, it's distress. 12. Bringing in new animals like it's no big deal. To a cat, another animal isn't a new friend, it's a potential rival, a scent invader, a change in resource access, a threat to calm. When a new cat or dog arrives suddenly and your original cat gets less attention, fewer safe spaces, more noise, and more unpredictable moments, it can feel like replacement. Yes, replacement. Even if you love them deeply, the emotional experience can still be, I was your world, and now I'm not sure where I fit. If you've ever seen a cat stare from a doorway while everyone fusses over the new pet, you've seen something close to heartbreak in feline language, quiet withdrawal. 13. Missing the medical pain that changes their personality. Cats hide pain. It's survival instinct. So emotional shifts, grumpiness, avoidance, not wanting to be touched, hiding more, can be pain speaking through behavior. And when pain goes unnoticed, what the cat experiences is, no one understands me. That's emotionally heavy for a social animal who can't explain in words. Dental pain, arthritis, stomach issues, skin irritation, these can make a cat avoid cuddles, become reactive, or stop playing. People often think the cat is mad or getting older. Sometimes they're not moody, they're hurting. Hook to keep you with me. If your cat's personality changed, assume discomfort first, because behavior is often the only way your cat can ask for hump. 14. Treating them like they're just a cat. This is subtle, but it might be the biggest one. When people assume cats don't bond deeply, they interact less, they respond less, they provide less enrichment, they ignore stress signals, they don't repair moments of fear. But cats do bond. They grieve, they miss people, they feel safe with specific humans. They can be emotionally sensitive to tone, tension, conflict, and household energy. If you argue loudly, if the home is chaotic, if people slam doors, if someone teases the cat absorbs that atmosphere like weather. And emotional hurt often shows up as a cat who keeps to themselves. Sometimes that's not personality, it's self-protection. The final betrayal, inconsistency in affection. One day you're cuddly, the next day you're busy. One day you invite them onto the bed, the next day you push them off. One day you laugh when they meow, the next day you yell. Cats don't need constant attention, but they do need consistent rules and consistent emotional energy. Inconsistency creates confusion, and confusion creates insecurity. If you want to be the safest thing in your cat's world, become reliable. Not perfect, reliable. Because a cat who trusts you isn't just a cat who sits on your lap. It's a cat who can relax their nervous system in your presence. And that, more than anything, is what love looks like to them. So here's the hook again, the one we started with. You can break your cat's heart without ever raising your voice. But you can also heal it in small ways by noticing the hello, respecting the that's enough, protecting routine, making play sacred, and becoming the most predictable comfort in their day. And if you're wondering whether your cat still loves you after the times you didn't know, watch for the small signs: a slow blink, a tail held high, a quiet sit nearby, a head bump like a signature. That's your cat saying, "I'm still here. Are we good now?" Would you like this voiceover to sound more scientific and educational, or more dramatic and story-like?